Imagine this. You're walking down the street and suddenly your eyes meet those of a stranger. Time seems to stand still. Your heart starts beating faster and a warm, inexplicable feeling arises within you. Is this love at first sight, you ask yourself? Can such a sudden encounter really change your entire life? In this video, we will unveil the mysteries of love at first sight and explore what happens to us on a psychological and neurological level. Stay with us to discover how this enigmatic feeling works. Love at first sight has been a concept that has inspired poets, writers, and filmmakers for centuries. But what is it really? Let's delve into this through the story of John and Emily. One evening, John walked into a cozy cafe and noticed Emily sitting by the window. He felt that he couldn't take his eyes off her. It seemed like the entire world disappeared, leaving only the two of them. What happened to John at that moment? When John first saw Emily, certain parts of his brain, like the amygdala and the ventral tegmental area, were activated. These regions are responsible for emotions and feelings of pleasure. John experienced a surge of dopamine, the happiness hormone. This chemical process made him feel joyful and excited. But why did Emily in particular evoke such a reaction in John? The answer lies in evolution. Our brains are wired to seek signs of genetic compatibility and health in potential partners. Perhaps Emily's appearance, her mannerisms, or even her scent subconsciously signaled to John that she could be an ideal match. Of course, love at first sight isn't always true love. Often, it's just a strong physical attraction or an emotional reaction. However, if such feelings are accompanied by mutual interest in the development of a relationship, they can grow into deep love. John couldn't stop thinking about Emily and decided to ask her out on a date. During dinner, they learned more about each other. It turned out they shared many common interests and values. This was the beginning of their romantic story, but it was just the first step on the path to true love. Relationships are hard work. Even if there's strong attraction from the start, it doesn't guarantee a happy future. True love requires understanding, respect, and compromise. John and Emily faced their first challenges when they started living together. They realized that the ideal images of each other began to fade under the pressure of everyday life. To maintain their relationship, John and Emily started working on their communication. They learned to listen to each other and discuss problems. It's important to remember that love is not only about passion, but also about the willingness to accept your partner as they are, with all their flaws. By the way, if you enjoy stories like these and want to learn more about the psychology of love, be sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. It helps us create even more interesting and helpful videos. Back to John and Emily. Their story is an example of how love at first sight can grow into deep and meaningful relationships. But what if you don't believe in such sudden feelings? Some scientists argue that love at first sight might just be a game of our imagination. We idealize a person based on first impressions and often overlook their real traits. Psychologists advise not to rush to conclusions and to give yourself time to get to know your partner better. Maybe behind the attractive appearance lies something entirely different from what you expect. On the other hand, even if the first impressions are accurate, relationships still require time and effort to develop. John and Emily learned this from their own experience. They started to value the little things and cherish the moments they spent together. At the same time, they developed their interests and supported each other in personal achievements. This helped strengthen their bond and make their relationship more harmonious. It's important to remember that every person is unique, and everyone has their own path to happiness. Love at first sight can be a beautiful beginning, but it needs to be nurtured and developed. Be open to new emotions, but don't forget about the importance of working on yourself and your relationships. If you've experienced similar feelings, share your story with us in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories and discuss them in future videos. Also, let us know which topics interest you the most. Your comments inspire us to create new content. For now, let's sum it up. Love at first sight is a magical moment that can be the beginning of a beautiful story. But behind this magic are complex processes in our brain and body. Work on your relationships, learn to understand each other, and be happy. Conclusion. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the secrets of love and relationships, subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. If we reach 5,000 likes, I'll release a video on how to identify and avoid toxic relationships. Share your love stories and questions in the comments. See you next time.